The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Ottumwa Softball is coming your way on 1240 AM and 102.7 FM KBIZ. Ottumwa Bulldogs sports broadcasts are brought to you by these sponsors: Black Hawk Auto Body, by Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, by Citizens Mutual, by Cole Palace Cafe and Books, by Community First Credit Union, by Lee's Photography, by Lisco, by Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, by Meridian Credit Union, by Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse, by the Ottumwa Job Corps Center, by Petrito Orthodontics, by Reflection Studio, by Schroeder Graphics, by Shelter Insurance, and by Slayton Polaris. Now, let's get you to the field with the voice of your Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High Softball is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody, from Lowry Niemeyer Field in Cedar Rapids. Jason Van Arkel reporting. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. And after a year's absence, it is good for Ottumwa to be back at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Softball Tournament. The Bulldogs will play 2 games, one this afternoon, one this evening, weather permitting, of course. Our afternoon game has Ottumwa taking on Bettendorf, and then what is scheduled for a 6:45 first pitch, Ottumwa and Davenport West. Tournament's a little bit behind schedule right now, as our previous game between the Wise of Muscatine and Dubuque Hempstead, that game went 8 innings. They went extra innings. And so we're a little bit behind our scheduled 3:15 start time, but we're on the air and getting ready for a battle of the Bulldogs, the Ottumwa Bulldogs and the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Ottumwa coming in at 13-11, should be at least 14-11. Unfortunately, the weather didn't cooperate last night. We had a 9-0 lead on number 12 Southeast Polk after 4 innings, and then the storms came and it's been suspended. Still don't know if we'll be able to find a date for Southeast Polk to come back to Houston Field and finish Game 1 and play Game 2. Hopefully we can at least finish that first game. Ottumwa had that pretty much in the bag. So the Bulldogs, again, 13-11. Bettendorf is ranked 15th in Class 5A. They are 16-8. They are 10-2 in their conference, the Mississippi Athletic Conference, a game behind Davenport Assumption, and a game ahead of Muscatine, who's ranked number 1 in the state. But Bettendorf split with Muscatine to start this week, and they're a young team that's having a pretty good season. Ottumwa sitting in 3rd in the Metro Conference, 2 games behind East, a game behind Des Moines Lincoln, with 6 games remaining in Metro play. But we step out of Metro play for what has been for years an annual trip for Ottumwa to the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Tournament. Missed it last year with the COVID-shortened season, but again, good to be back here in 2021. 2 teams have finished their warm-ups. They've gone back to their dugouts. What we'll do right now, take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, I'll have the starting lineups and perhaps the first pitch as well. Bulldogs and Bettendorf. So it's Bulldogs versus Bulldogs. We'll try to keep it not confusing after this break on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Summer is the time to make every moment count. So pack more toys with bigger hauling and towing capacity. Go social outdoor style. Connect with your friends. And turn up your soundtrack to make your rides even more epic. Because conquering summer is about capturing every second of adventure. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
High softball at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson tournament this afternoon on this humid Friday on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs getting ready to take on the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Let's check the starting lineup first for the Bulldogs we like better. Ottumwa, Mandy Moore will use what in regular doubleheaders is her Game 2 lineup. So leading off and playing center field is Zoe Jones. Batting second, the second baseman, Ella Aller. Jordan Pauls will catch and bat third. Amber Schatz, the designated player, bats cleanup. Josie Lemons at third base hitting fifth. Sam Weeks, the first baseman, bats sixth. Ann Guest in left field hitting seventh. Maddie Hauk, the right fielder, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Jocelyn Ware. The flex player for Ottumwa is pitcher Chloe Bradley, making her 12th start. Actually, pardon me, her 13th start. We still don't have the stats for the wins over Hoover the other day. But Chloe is 4-7. The ERA shown at 4.59. For Bettendorf, their head coach, Robert Mathis, sending out this starting lineup. Leading off and playing left field, Bree Caffrey. Batting second, the first baseman, Brooklyn Tierlink. Sophia Del Vecchio, the shortstop, bats third, and Emily Rigdon, the pitcher, hitting cleanup. Olivia Anderson in right field batting fifth. Sarah Rigdon, the third baseman, batting sixth. Ellie Erpelding, the catcher, hits seventh. Addie Williamson, the designated player, batting eighth. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Brooke Magistrelli. The flex player for Bettendorf is their second baseman, Kate Scholes. Emily Rigdon, the sophomore pitcher for Bettendorf, making her her 13th appearance, 4-2 with a save and a 4.85 ERA for the sophomore. Bettendorf did play Benton earlier today in the tournament. I haven't been able to run down the score on that yet. I'll try to do that shortly. In fact, I may do that now because I believe we're waiting on the umpires to appear to call the balls and strikes, outs, and everything else here in this game. So the two teams right now just sitting in their dugouts. Let's take another 2-minute timeout and return to Cedar Rapids after that on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Schroeder Graphics and Signs, LLC, across the road from RJ Performance, is your go-to headquarters for all things custom designed, including vehicle wraps, printing, signs, billboards, and state-of-the-art commercial lighted signs. They also do window designs, semis, and VIN DOTs, wall designs, any size of coolers, customized bag boards, custom trailers, tumblers, race cars, go-karts, off-road vehicles, and more. Realtors, contact them for your custom yard signs, too. Visit sgsignsllc.com and like them on Facebook. Schroeder Graphics, be a brand above.
Hey everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Hello, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager with Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine. We specialize in pediatrics to geriatrics, internal medicine, and family practice, basically from babies to grandparents. We are here for you. We want to be your primary care provider. Call us at 641-683-0800 to schedule an appointment. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, 522 North Hancock Street in Ottumwa. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
We all have a picture of the life we want to live, a desire to connect the work we do with a purpose. There is a way to get there, but the price of admission is money and the drive to succeed. Success takes skill. Skill takes training. Training takes work. If you're ready to live, learn, train, and connect, Job Corps is ready for you. Careers begin here.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Ottumwa High softball on KBIZ getting ready to take on Bettendorf. It'll be the Bulldogs' first game here at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Tournament. It'll be the second game of the day for the Bettendorf Bulldogs. This morning they played and they beat Benton 7-0. Well, Ottumwa, of course, still has a second game to come later this evening when they'll face Davenport West. And appropriately enough, the Davenport West coaching staff, I can see them sitting over first base side ready to scout Ottumwa in this game. Our umpires have just arrived, so we'll have softball shortly. Ottumwa, of course, found out yesterday that they will be in the first round of the regional playoffs in Class 5A at home to take on Iowa City West. That'll be on July 8th at 7 o'clock at Houston Field. The winner of that game will play at number 1 Muscatine in the regional semifinals on July 10th. I'm going to try to watch the coin toss here to see whether Ottumwa's home or away. It looks like Bettendorf will get the choice. And I'm trying to tell. The Bettendorf girl reacted with a laugh and kind of spinning away. I can't hear what they're saying, so I'm not sure who the home team is. We'll find out momentarily. I'll tell you which team takes the field defensively after the coaches' meeting. By the way, if you haven't heard the news yet, the Ottumwa baseball team now knows what other teams will be in its sub-state group when we get to playoff time. The Bulldogs have been placed in a sub-state group with Iowa City High, Burlington, Davenport Central, Davenport North, and Cedar Rapids, Washington. Ottumwa's 22-5. They're not ranked. They're just outside the top 10 in Class 4A in baseball. Iowa City High is ranked number 6. Ottumwa's got a better record. The Bulldogs 22-5. The Little Hawks are 20-6. Burlington would be third best at 16-5. Davenport Central 10-12. Davenport North 8-14. Cedar Rapids, Washington 6-19. To me, it seems pretty clear that Ottumwa and City High should be the top 2 seeds. City High would have the argument for the top seed right now being ranked, but they won't have that meeting with the coaches to determine seeding for a couple of weeks. If Ottumwa keeps piling up wins, they'll have a good case, I would think, for a number 1 seed, depending on what City High does. Hopefully, it doesn't come down to politics. We have seen it in the sports that do this are boys basketball and baseball. They set the sub-state groupings, and then they have the coaches meet to determine seeds. And Ottumwa has been politicked into a lower seed more than once in both sports. Now, I don't know how much Ottumwa would get politicked in this group. Of course, all those other teams are from the east side of the state, but they're from 3 different conferences. City High and Cedar Rapids, Washington are Mississippi Valley Conference. Davenport Central, Davenport North are Mississippi Athletic Conference. And Burlington's in the Southeast Conference. And if anything, Burlington might think a little more fondly of Ottumwa. We tend to play them fairly often in a number of sports, although we've not played them in baseball this year. So the dynamics of that room will be interesting, but hopefully Ottumwa baseball can keep winning and have an argument for a number 1 seed and home field advantage throughout the sub-state. We shall see. It looks like Ottumwa won the toss and will be the home team, so the Bulldogs taking the field in their white pinstripe jerseys. Red lettering Ottumwa across the front, trimmed in black. Red numbers trimmed in black front and back. Gray pants for the Bulldogs and red socks. Bettendorf has white jerseys with a black stripe vertically down the sleeves trimmed in gold. Black lettering Bulldogs on the front trimmed in gold. Black numbers trimmed in gold front and back. Black pants with gold trim and black socks for the Bettendorf Bulldogs. We will try to keep the 2 Bulldogs appropriately separated here on the broadcast. Chloe Bradley in the circle for OHS, the defense behind her, Ann Guest in left, Zoe Jones in center, Maddie Houck in right, Josie Lemons at third, Jocelyn Ware at short, Ella Aller at second, Sam Weeks at first, and Jordan Pauls is behind the plate. 79 degrees under partly sunny skies right now here at Cedar Rapids Jefferson High School. It is humid. There was some rain in the area earlier today. And it might storm later tonight, but hopefully not until after we're done and gone. A south wind at 8 miles an hour and 78% humidity. That wind is blowing gently left to right as we look at the flagpole beyond the center field fence. So those are your game time conditions, and we're just about ready to go for Ottumwa's first of 2 games here at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Tournament. Ottumwa and Bettendorf. Leadoff hitter for the Bettendorf Bulldogs, Bree Caffrey. She'll be followed by Brooklyn Tierlink and Sophia Del Vecchio. Caffrey, a sophomore, hitting .448 with 6 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter. First pitch of the game, strike at the knees, 0-1. Our first pitch came in at 3:52. It's not that late. 3:52 in the afternoon. We're a little more than half hour behind our scheduled start time. The 0-1. Low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul at the plate, and the count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Bree Caffrey for Bettendorf. Bradley checks the wristband for the pitch call, and the 1-2. Chopper out to second. Owler waits on the big hop, throw to first in time, and that's 1 away. It's a good start getting a good leadoff hitter. That'll bring up the first baseman, Brooklyn Tierlink. Another left-handed hitter. Tierlink just out of 8th grade, but hitting .443, 2 home runs, and 22 driven in, second on the team in RBI. That pitch chopped foul back behind the plate, 0-1. The count. 1 out, nobody on for Bettendorf, top first. The next offering from Chloe Bradley. Off speed, dips low and away. Count evens at a ball and a strike. One and one. The next pitch, inside, bending Tierlink back off the plate, 2-1. Want to send a quick shout out to Ottumwa High head girls basketball coach Joe Vandenberg, who told me he'd be watching the stream today. Of course, some of his girls also play softball. Many of his girls play softball, as a matter of fact. The 2-1. There's a strike at the letters, 2-2. Sofia Del Vecchio, the shortstop, on deck for Bettendorf. Bradley trying to get the second out here in the top of the first inning. The 2-2. Just off the outside corner, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Pardon me. Bradley's payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Foul tipped into the mitt of the catcher Pauls, and that's out number 2. First strikeout for Chloe Bradley. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. 2 out, nobody on for the shortstop, Sofia Del Vecchio. Senior hitting .531, 5 home runs, 29 driven in. One of the elite players in the state. One of the few upperclassmen on this young Bettendorf team. Both these teams very young. First pitch bounces in there, ball 1. Bettendorf coming in with a record of 18-9, coming off their win this morning over Benton. Ottumwa 13-11. Should be at least 14-11, but the 9-0 lead they had over Southeast Polk suspended due to weather last night. Now the 1-0. High drive to left, going back guessed, and that ball is gone. A solo home run for Del Vecchio. That's her 6th of the year, unless she hit one this morning that we don't know about. And Bettendorf takes an early 1-0 lead. So a run home, 2 out, nobody on, and the batter is the pitcher, Emily Rigdon. Sophomore hitting .462, 5 home runs, 21 driven in. The 3-4 in the Bettendorf order with some impressive numbers. Bradley's first pitch to Rigdon. Down and in, ball one. The ground out, a strikeout, a home run to start this game for Bettendorf. Chloe Bradley trying to limit the damage to the 1 run. The 1-0 pitch. Down and in again, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Bradley's pitch, chop foul at the plate, 2-1. Kind of tied her up inside that time. Two and one to Rigdon, the elder of the two Rigdons in the lineup, and she's only a sophomore. Ground ball to short. Ware has it, throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Bettendorf gets a run on a hit, the home run by Del Vecchio. Nobody left on base after a half an inning. Bettendorf won, but Ottumwa coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Gotta go all the way.
Of the first inning, Ottumwa gave up 1 run in the top half, and now they'll face sophomore Emily Rigdon in the circle for Bettendorf for the first time. The defense behind her, Bree Caffrey in left, Brooke Magistrelli in center, Olivia Anderson in right, Sarah Rigdon at third, Sophia Del Vecchio at short, Kate Scholes at second, Brooklyn Tierlink at first, and Ella Erpelding behind the plate.
I would say just go on here to
The run for Bettendorf was a solo home run by the shortstop Del Vecchio. Top 3 in the Ottumwa order: Zoe Jones, Ella Aller, Jordan Pauls.
Well, that's when you have the problem with I've never done it. Yeah, I'm not. You don't even have to log in. Just go to type in Ottumwa Radio or Facebook.
Jones comes in. Well, I wish her stats from last night counted. The game suspended. It's not official yet. Zoe had a 3-run triple last night. Stats still show her at 212 with 1 triple and 8 RBI. First pitch on the way. Bunts it, but it's foul behind the plate. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Now the next offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Jones. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 1. That'll bring up second baseman Ella Aller. Showing at .418, 2 home runs, 19 driven in.
And tell her that the cell reception is really bad. You're going to hang up the phone. And
first pitch.
The audio coming to the screen.
1-0. Pitch was outside. The next offering. That is a little bit inside, and the count is 2-0. Apologies, I understand we might be having some audio difficulties on the radio side. We'll try to get those fixed momentarily. Hopefully you can hear enough of what we're saying at the moment. The 2-0 is fouled to the right out of play, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on for Ottumwa, down a run in the first. A liner in the right field, that's down for a base hit, and it gets past the right fielder just a bit, though. She knocked it down well enough to keep Aller at first. But a 1-out single for the Bulldogs' second baseman, and that brings up the catcher, Jordan Pauls.
Leave it for now. They go to break on here.
Pauls hitting .297, has driven in 13.
Switch over.
First pitch on the way to Jordan. Down and in, ball 1. Want to know the count. Rigdon, a 4.85 ERA. Ottumwa feels like they should be able to get some runs in this game. That pitch is a strike on the inside corner, and we're even at 1-1. Next offering in the dirt, a good stop by the catcher, Erpelding, and it's 2-1 to Pauls. Aller at first, 1 down, and Ottumwa trailing by a run. The 2-1 to Jordan. Swing and a foul off to the right out of play, 2-2. Here at Niemeyer Field, they've got 220 feet to straightaway center, 195 feet down the lines. Decent amount of foul territory behind home plate and between the dugouts and the bases, more than we normally see at a softball field. The 2-2, grounder left side to the shortstop. The throw goes to first, and it's in time as Del Vecchio makes the play for out number 2. Aller down to second. And the inning is up to Amber Shots. Shots shown at an even .500 batting average, 2 home runs, 21 driven in. First pitch on the way. Up high, ball 1. Let's see if Amber can bring in the tying run here. Now the 1-0. Popped it up, right side. Playable for the second baseman, Scholes, who makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left after an inning. Ottumwa trailing Bettendorf 1-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You be scared at John, watch me leap though.
Top of the second inning, Bulldog softball brought to you by Community First Credit Union with 17 locations to serve you. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa, where they want to give you a smile that lasts a lifetime. Call today for an appointment. And by Reflection Studio next to New Cara Pharmacy in downtown Ottumwa. Looking good doesn't happen by chance. It happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Your Ottumwa Bulldogs trailing the Bettendorf Bulldogs 1-0. In recent memory, these two teams have only met once. That's the quick stats era going back to 2008. Ottumwa beat Bettendorf 9-1 in a game back in 2017. Chloe Bradley allowed the 2-out homer to Sofia Del Vecchio. But that's the only hit she's allowed so far. Did well with the other 3 hitters in the first inning, and now she'll face Olivia Anderson, Sarah Rigdon, and Ellie Erpelding. Anderson, a left-handed batter, their right fielder. Hitting .444, 10 runs batted in. First pitch of the second inning, outside, ball 1. Bradley gets her next pitch call. Chloe's 1-0. is down and away 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Bradley brings it home, and Anderson watches it dip low, 3-0. Bradley will have to battle back from a 3-0 count here. This pitch, in their first strike, 3-1, as Anderson was taking all the way. Chloe getting ready for her 3-1 offering to Anderson. And that pitch, strike at the letters, 3-2. Well, Chloe's worked the count full now. See if she can come all the way back and retire Anderson. The 3-2, chop foul behind the plate. We'll do it again. Sarah Rigdon, the third baseman, on deck. And that pitch way high, ball 4. So the leadoff hitter on for Bettendorf, and that will bring up third baseman Sarah Rigdon, just out of 8th grade, hitting .340 with 7 runs batted in. First pitch, weak foul off to the right, 0-1. The count. The next offering, just off the plate outside, 1-1. We had a brief disconnection there on the stream and on the radio side. Our router dropped out momentarily, but it's back, so back on the air. Bettendorf, the runner at first and nobody out after a walk here in the top of the second. The 1-1 now to Rigdon. Chop back to the circle. Bradley will go to first for out number 1. As down to second goes Anderson. One away for the catcher, Ellie Erpelding. Sophomore hitting .333, 2 home runs, 7 driven in. Bettendorf can hit, folks. .403 batting average as a team. Where they've had some issues this year as their ERA for their pitchers is high. Another left-handed hitter as well for Bettendorf. Runner at second, 1 down in the pitch. Bunted at and missed. Strike 1. Larry Niemeyer Field here at Cedar Rapids Jefferson, just down the grassy hill from the high school. Bright sunshine on the field right now. Hopefully the rain will stay away until we've gone home. The 0-1. Chopper foul off to the right, 0-2. I always have to compliment Jefferson whenever I come up here. They're always very accommodating. And that's not just in softball, although we've done more softball here than anything else. My first trip here to Jefferson, we did a playoff game many years ago, playoff basketball game, when Carter Burns was still playing for Ottumwa. Burns had 33 points that night. The 0-2 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But not only do they treat you right here at Jefferson, they feed you right. I don't think I've found a better high school concession stand in the state. Not too many places I can come and have a ribeye steak sandwich. The 1-2. Off speed. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. Kind of came across the plate, I thought. 1-2. Pardon me, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bradley has 1 strikeout. She could use another one here, runner on second. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. There it is. I'm getting good at calling these Ottumwa pitchers strikeouts. 2 down. Another Bulldog strikeout brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. 2 down for the designated player, Addie Williamson, whose name was handwritten onto the lineup card, and who did not have any stats on the stat sheet coming into today. Don't know if she played in the first game against Benton. That pitch is outside, ball 1 to Williamson. Ottumwa down 1-0. Bettendorf got their run in the first on a solo home run by Del Vecchio. Olivia Anderson walked to start this second inning. She's at second base with 2 away. That pitch inside, and it's 2-0 to Williamson. Mandy Moore choosing to use Chloe Bradley as her pitcher for this game and save Ashlyn Sheets for the game against Davenport West tonight. The 2-0. Chopped foul off the foot of Williamson, and it's 2-1. She's okay. I always cringe anytime a foul ball clearly catches a batter's body, or the catcher, or the umpire for that matter. 2-1. Chloe brings home the next offering, and it's outside, 3-1. The center fielder, Brooke Magistrelli, on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike. Slightly open stance for Williamson in the right-handed batter's box. Pitch on the way. That's on the inside corner, strike 2. A walk, a ground out, a strikeout, and a 3-2 count to Williamson. Runner at second, 2 down for Bettendorf. They lead Ottumwa 1-0. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball to left. Guest going back. She has it go over her head and hit the fence. A run will score. Williamson races for second and is in there with an RBI double. It's 2-0 Bettendorf. And that will keep the inning going for the center fielder, Brooke Magistrelli. Sophomore hitting .268 with 10 runs batted in. Number 9 hitter in the Bettendorf order. Bradley's first pitch, outside, ball 1. Well, Ottumwa down 2-0 early. Well, this game far from over. In fact, the ball game before this one, Louisa Muscatine and Dubuque Hempstead, as this pitch is chopped foul behind the plate, 1-1. I believe it was Eliza Muscatine that had gotten out to the 2-0 lead, and it wasn't until the 5th inning that Hempstead tied it at 2. Then both teams scored a run in the 6th. The game was going to end on the time limit they have here at this tournament, but when it was tied up again in the bottom of the 6th, they played all the way to the 8th inning before Eliza Muscatine won it. That pitch grounded to third, up with it. Lemons throw to first in time, and the inning is over. But Bettendorf gets another run on a walk and a hit. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Ottumwa trailing 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I ain't choose the gang chose me.
We move on to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Ottumwa softball here at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Tournament. They trail Bettendorf 2-0. Bulldogs will have Josie Lemon, Sam Weeks, and Ann Guest due up against sophomore right-hander Emily Rigdon. warm, humid afternoon here in Cedar Rapids. 79 degrees at first pitch, but 78% humidity. But it is sunny right now, no threat of rain for the time being. First pitch to Josie Lemons, swing and a miss, strike one. Josie hitting .230 with a home run and 9 driven in. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss again, 0-2. Ottumwa has one hit so far. They had a one-out single from Ella Aller in the first inning. Ended up stranding her at second. Now the 0-2 to Josie. Way high, all the way to the backstop, 1-2. The peripheral numbers on the pitcher, Rigdon. 39 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, just under a strikeout an inning. Opponents have hit .293 against her, and she's walked 14 and hit 3 batters, so a little wild at times. The 1-2. Ground ball left side to the third baseman, Sarah Rigdon, throw to first in time for out number 1. That brings up Sam Weeks, the Bulldog first baseman, just out of 8th grade. Boy, I'd love for Ottumwa to finish that game with Southeast Polk so Weeks could count her stats. Sam had a single and 2 doubles before that game was suspended last night. That pitch called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That looked like the same place some of Chloe's pitches were in the top half. 0-1 to Weeks. Next pitch. Liner foul down the right side, and the count goes to 0-2. One out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the second, trailing 2-0. Oh, 0-2 to Weeks. Rigdon brings it home, and Sam takes it outside, ball 1. Left-handed batting youngster just out of 8th grade, awaiting a 1-2. It's upstairs, 2-2. And Guest on deck, hoping to hit with the runner on base. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2. Second strikeout for Rigdon. So here's Guest, hitting .347, is driven in 7. 2 out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the second. And hitting from a crouch in that right-handed batter's box. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Bulldogs trailing by a pair as this pitch is well high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bettendorf got both of its runs with 2 outs, a 2-out solo homer in the first by Del Vecchio, a 2-out RBI double in the second by Williamson. Here in the bottom of the second, the 1-1 to Guest, swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And stepped out for a moment, now the senior stands back in. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. The Bulldogs go down in order. After 2, Ottumwa trailing Bettendorf 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
Go Bulldogs! You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Ottumwa High softball, brought to you by Andrew Schroeder with Schroeder Graphics and Sign LLC. Visit sgsignllc.com and like Schroeder Graphics and Sign LLC on Facebook. Schroeder Graphics, be a brand above. by Mark and the team at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa. Stop out and see the new and improved look, and they aren't done yet. More upgrades are on the way to Champion Bowl, where bowling is fun. And by Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, your premium broadband provider expanding into Wapello County. Please go to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com to express interest in fiber internet at your home. Here at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Tournament, Ottumwa trailing Bettendorf 2-0 as Bettendorf comes to bat here in the top of the third. It'll be the top of the order, Bree Caffrey, Brooklyn Tierlink, and Sophia Del Vecchio. Caffrey grounded out to second her first time up. First pitch to the left-handed batter here, down and away, ball one. One 1-0 to Caffrey. And that pitch chopped to the right side, right to the first baseman. Weeks will just step on the bag for out number one. One away for Brooklyn Tierlink, a strikeout victim her first time up. Another left-handed batter, a lot of those in the Bettendorf order. First pitch, liner to left center. That is down for a hit. Guest will cut it off and hold Tierlink to a one-out single. And up to the plate comes the home run hitter Del Vecchio, a solo shot to left her first time up for the first run of the game. One on, one out. Bradley trying to navigate the heart of this Bettendorf order. Bunt shown, pulled the bat back. Off-speed pitch it's on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. One on, one out. The next offering, outside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Tierlink down at first, at least 9 for 11 in stolen base tries. I just found it. She's running. The pitch is a ball. The throw down to second is into center field. Wouldn't have been in time anyway. Tierlink stays at second as Zoe Jones backs up the play. That's her 10th steal. Count is 2-1 to Del Vecchio. Someone down 2-0. Bettendorf with a runner in scoring position and one out here in the top of the third. The pitch. Pop up, right side back is Aller. Makes a running catch on the outfield grass for out number 2. Nice play, Ella Aller. And there's 2 away for Emily Rigdon. A ground ball to short, her first time up. Pitcher versus pitcher now. Bettendorf scored each of its first 2 runs with 2 outs, one in the first, one in the second. Have a runner at second with 2 out here in the third, and Bradley trying to put a 0 on the board for the first time. The pitch way high, 4-1. One ball, no strikes to Emily Rigdon. Chloe's next offering is a strike, and we're even at 1-1. 2 runs, 3 hits for Bettendorf so far. No runs, 1 hit for Ottumwa. 2 out top of the third. One and one to Emily Rigdon. The pitch. Ground ball, foul, third base side, and it's 1-2. Bradley, 2 strikeouts in the game. She gets her third one here. She's out of the third inning. Now the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, missed high, 2-2. Rigdon digs back in with a 2-2 count. Tierlink, the runner at second for Bettendorf. The pitch. Off the plate outside, 3-2. If the inning continues, right fielder Olivia Anderson is on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bradley winds and the payoff pitch to Rigdon. Ground ball sharply through the hole, base hit. They're waving the runner around third. Guest comes up firing. The throw to the plate is done. It bounced away from the catcher. Pauls. The run scores. Down to second on the throw goes Rigdon, and it's 3-0. Man, that one hop throw just went right over the glove of Pauls. If that ball had stuck in the glove, Tierlink would have been dead to rights. As it is, it's an RBI single for Rigdon. I'm just going to say she took second on the throw. I'm not going to put an error on that throw, even though it did bounce away. Got a courtesy runner for Rigdon out there, the pitcher. Danielle Yegi, I believe it is. And the batter, Olivia Anderson, who walked and scored her first time up. Boy, I think Ann Guest did everything right there. The ball arriving right before the runner, a one hop. I think Pauls thought it was going to be a shorter hop than it was, just a tough break. Because there's a ground ball to second. Allers got it, throw to first, and the inning is over. But again, another 2-out run for Bettendorf. This time on 2 hits, they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the third. Ottumwa down 3-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I do it for the love.
Of the third inning, Bettendorf 3, Ottumwa 0. Here at the Cedar Rapids Jefferson tournament. If you're looking at the time, seeing that it's 4:30 and wondering how did a game that was supposed to start at 3:15 be at 4:30 and we're only in the bottom of the third? Well, the previous game in this tournament went extra innings, so that pushed our start time back. And I don't know how much time games before that one used. We didn't start until 3:52. Maddie Houck will lead it off, followed by Jocelyn Ware and Zoe Jones. First pitch from Rigdon to Houck. Called a strike on the inside 0-1. I don't think Maddie's that tall. Houck hitting .222, 2 runs batted in. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Off the glove of the third baseman and into shallow left field. Foul territory, and Houck will hang on at first. And the third baseman, Sarah Rigdon, is still down. She kind of reached for that ball awkwardly and maybe landed hard on her arm, and I wonder if maybe she didn't jam her shoulder. I can't quite see what she's holding, but she's got her back to me, but it kind of looks like she might have that right arm up. She tried to backhand that ball up the line. I think you have to give Houck a single. Rigdon got a glove on it, but couldn't catch it. Now she's on her feet. And it looks like she wants to stay in the game. Has to brush some of the chalk of the baseline off her pants, as that's where she came down. And Sarah Rigdon, I assume they're sisters. Emily Rigdon comes over, the pitcher, to make sure Sarah's okay. So Ottumwa has its second base runner at second hit. 1 on, nobody out now for Jocelyn Ware, hitting .328, 6 RBI. Ottumwa down 3-0 with the leadoff hitter on here in the third. Will Ware be bunting here? First pitch, swings away and pops it to shallow right, but coming on to make the catch is the right fielder Anderson for out number 1. Off the bat, I thought maybe that would fall in, but it hung up long enough. Zoe Jones, the batter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout today so far. 1 on, 1 out for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the third, trailing Bettendorf 3-0. Zoe hits from that crouch. First pitch shows bunt, bunts it foul off to the right, strike 1. Houck, the runner at first, third on the team in steals with 5 in 5 opportunities. If Ottumwa wants to get a little frisky on the base paths. Zoe choking up a bit on the bat. Now the 0-1 from Rigdon. Bunted at, pretty good, bunt back towards the circle, picked up by Rigdon, throw to first, safe! And racing to third ahead of the throw to third is Houck, and now racing to second is Jones, and it's second and third with 1 out. Excellent base running by Ottumwa. Zoe Jones beats out an infield bunt single. Houck goes first to third, never stopped running. Bettendorf a little tardy getting the throw over there, and on the throw to third, Zoe went to second. And now you've got the powerful bat of Ella Aller at the plate. She singled her first time up. 2 on, 1 out. Ella second on the team in RBI, trailing only Amber Schatz, and she could tie Amber here. She drives in both runners. First pitch. That's off the plate, ball 1. Ottumwa using its speed to set up this scoring chance. Second and third, only 1 away. Now the 1-0. Lined right back up the middle base hit. 1 run is in. Around third is Jones. She's on her way to the plate. Here's a throw to the plate. Not in time. Aller to second on the throw. 2-run single. Dogs are down only a run. It's 3-2. So Ottumwa off the mat and right back into this game. 3 hits in the inning. Great base running to set up the scoring chance. And now the tying run in scoring position with only 1 away for Jordan Pauls, who grounded to short her first time up. That line drive just off the left shoulder of the pitcher Rigdon, nearly got a piece of her. First pitch now to Pauls. In the dirt, ball 1. Houck, an infield single to third. Ware flew out to right. Jones a bunt single, and both runners advanced on throws. That pitch way high, 2-0. And then Aller, the 2-run single right up the middle, took second on the throw to the plate. Now a hitter's count for Jordan Pauls, 2-0. The pitch. Fouled off to the right out of play, 2-1. Ottumwa didn't look like they were going to do much offensively the way they swung the bat the first 2 innings, but coming to life here in the third. Trailing now just 3-2. The 2-1. Downstairs, 3-1. Amber Schatz on deck. 3-1 to Jordan Pauls. The pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. First walk drawn by Ottumwa. That's brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. Going to get a courtesy runner here for the catcher Pauls. That'll be Avery Frankie. So Aller at second, Frankie at first, still only 1 out, and here is Schatz, who popped out her first time up. Another chance for an RBI for Schatz, the designated player here in this game. I'm sure in the Davenport West game later on tonight she will catch. First pitch on the way from Rigdon to Schatz. Pop up, shallow center, out is the second baseman. In the center fielder, that drops. Nobody could get it, but they will throw to second to force Frankie. She had to hold her ground at first, so it's not a hit for Schatz. It's a fielder's choice. I think that ball hit the glove of the center fielder, Magistrelli. It was then picked up by the right fielder, Anderson, who threw to the shortstop, Del Vecchio, at second to get the force. So Frankie retired 8-9-6. Aller to third, Schatz at first in the fielder's choice. And it's up to Josie Lemons with runners on the corners and 2 down. First pitch on the way to Josie. Inside corner, strike one. Frankie was in a tough spot there, not only because it was a pop-up and she needed to be back near the bag at first, but the center fielder looked like she would make the catch, and her momentum was carrying her towards first base. So if Frankie is at all too far off the bag, she's easily thrown out and doubled off. Now the 0-1. Little flare right side, and a diving catch in foul territory made by the catcher, Erpelding, and the side is retired. Ottumwa, though, gets 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave a pair, and we go to the 4th inning. Ottumwa now trailing Bettendorf 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
We know now more than ever how important high-speed fiber internet is to our customers, ranging from at-home work, at-home schooling, and all of your online gaming and streaming requests. We have you covered, but don't wait. Our springtime queue is filling up fast, and I want to help you get your name on that list. Call me, Samantha, your local Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit our website at www.lisco.com.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate.
For the 4th inning, Ottumwa's cut the Bettendorf lead to 1. It's now the Bettendorf Bulldogs 3, the Ottumwa Bulldogs 2. And for Bettendorf, they'll have 6, 7, and 8 due up in their order. Sarah Rigdon, Ellie Erpelding, and Addie Williamson. Bulldogs with 2 runs on 3 hits and leaving 2 on base in that 3rd inning. And now Sarah Rigdon digs in. She grounded back to the circle her first time up. First pitch. Liner caught by the shortstop Ware for out number 1. That ball tattooed, but Jocelyn equal to the task. 1 away for Ellie Erpelding, a strikeout victim her first time up. Erpelding, another left-handed batter for the Bulldogs, and that pitch grounded out to second. Aller has it. Quick throw to first. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Chloe Bradley here in the 4th inning. And now the batter, Addie Williamson, an RBI double her first time up. Two out and nobody on. First pitch on the way from Bradley. Downstairs, ball 1 to Williamson. One 1-0, and the next offering in the dirt, 2-0. Next offering, in there for a strike from Bradley, and it's 2-1. Bradley's 2-1. Chopper, third base side. Lemons has it. Long throw across the diamond in time, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the 4th. For Chloe Bradley. Let's see if Ottumwa can tie the game or take the lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Bulldogs down 3-2 to the Bettendorf Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Gotta go all the way.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Ottumwa trailing Bettendorf, but only 3-2. Sam Weeks and guest Matty Houck do up 6, 7, and 8 in the Ottumwa order against the right-hander Emily Rigdon. Weeks struck out her first time up. Bulldogs have had some better swings second time through the order here. First pitch to Weeks, and there's a little fly ball that'll get down in right field for a base hit. A flare over the second baseman's head, and Weeks has the 5th hit for Ottumwa. Bulldogs actually out-hitting Bettendorf now 5-4, although they trail 3-2. Get a pinch hitter here for Ann Guest. Maya Lemons will take the at-bat. Lemons, 417 hitter, 4 runs batted in. Right-handed batting sophomore. Digs in, number 43 on her back. Weeks at first and nobody out. Potential tying run here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch, bunt shown. Bunt popped in the air and a catch on a dive. Second diving catch of this game for Repelding. Weeks will get back to first, but there's one out. That'll bring up Matty Houck. Her infield hit started the 2-run rally last inning. We say infield, it was a sharp grounder down the third baseline that hit the tip of the glove of the third baseman, Sarah Rigdon, and trickled into foul territory. First pitch here to Houck. Bounced in there. That gets away to the backstop, and Weeks will go down to second. So Ottumwa couldn't execute the sacrifice, but then Emily Rigdon gives them the base anyway with a wild pitch. Counts 1-0 to Houck, now with a runner in scoring position and only one away. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a rise ball, 1-1. One and one to the Bulldog right fielder. The next offering, swing and a miss, 1-2. At times, Ottumwa's been a little tardy on the heat from Rigdon. Got to get that process started just a bit quicker. 1-2 to Houck. One out, runner at second, Ware on deck. The pitch, down and in, and we're even at 2-2. Ottumwa down to Bettendorf 3-2, but with the tying run at second and one down. The 2-2 pitch to Houck. Popped it up, left side, foul territory. The catcher, Pelding, makes the catch near the pathway to the third base dugout, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Jocelyn Ware, a fly ball to right her first time up. See if the Bulldogs sophomore shortstop can come through and tie the game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Weeks at second and 2 down. The pitch, way high all the way to the backstop. Another wild pitch. Weeks will go to third. 1-0, and now any kind of a base hit should score the run. Don't have to worry about getting a runner home from second. Ware, the talented sophomore, playing one of Ottumwa's glamour positions, shortstop. Here's the 1-0. Fouled back to the screen. Good cut, 1-1. Been doing these games about a decade now. I've seen a lot of great shortstops for Ottumwa. Started with Paige Schreiner, Cassidy Henderson, Kaylee Bix the last few years. Now the 1-1. Outside 2-1. Ware, just a sophomore, hitting at the bottom of the order, but hitting over 300 on the year. And starting to make her mark on that shortstop position as well. 2-1 the count. Runner at third, 2 down, the pitch. Swing and a miss, chased a high one, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Popped it up right side, foul territory near first base, and the first baseman Tierlink makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 4, Ottumwa down 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You be scared of John, watch me leap though.
Fifth inning, Ottumwa still trailing Bettendorf 3-2 in the Bulldogs' first game here at the Jefferson Tournament in Cedar Rapids at Larry Niemeyer Field. Bulldogs softball brought to you by Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Ottumwa's favorite place to eat. By Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. And by the Ottumwa Job Corps Center, providing the skills you need to succeed in today's workforce at no cost to you. Visit ottumwajobcorps.gov. Bettendorf will have 9, 1, and 2 due up in the fifth inning. Magistrelli, Caffrey, and Tierlink. Chloe Bradley has pitched a pretty good ball game. She has allowed 3 runs on 4 hits. And all 3, a single run in each of the first 3 innings, a 2-out homer in the first, a 2-out RBI double in the second, a 2-out RBI single in the third. Bradley avoided the 2-out bug in the 4th inning by setting Bettendorf down in order. Magistrelli grounded to third her first time up. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And Guest, by the way, reinserted into left field after being pinch hit for in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 to Magistrelli. Hits from a crouch in that right-handed batter's box. The pitch. Liner to left. Guest coming on. She'll have to play it on a hop, and it gets by her. A late jump for second for Magistrelli, but she'll get in there. So that's a single for Magistrelli, and then she'll advance to second on the air. And Bettendorf has an insurance run in scoring position with nobody out. Bree Caffrey, the batter, is grounded to second and grounded to first, 0 for 2. Pitch bunted, picked up by Bradley, throw to first, safe as Caffrey beats the wrap. Runners on the corners and nobody out, and Ottumwa in a jam right here. So hard to retire a speedy left-handed hitter in softball when they get a good bunt down. Tierlink, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch. Runner goes. They fake the throw down to second. They'll let Caffrey have the bag to keep the runner at third. Counts 1-0 to Tierlink, now with runners at second and third and nobody out. Little surprise the middle infielders aren't in for Ottumwa right now. Chloe's 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. Bradley has struck out 2 and walked 1. She's allowed now 6 hits with nobody out in the 5th inning. Bettendorf leading 3-2 and threatening to add to it. The 2-0, inside corner, strike 1. Boy, Tierlink was pulling away from that pitch, turned her body away from it like it was going to hit her. If you can execute that pitch again, I'd do it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chloe toes the rubber, and the next offering. Outside, 3-1. Del Vecchio, the home run hitter, on deck. 3-1 to Brooklyn Tierlink. Second and third, nobody out for Bettendorf. Bradley's pitch. Swing and a miss, had her out in front, 3-2. Well, Chloe Again, 2 Ks in this game. Tierlink was one of them. It was on a 3-2 pitch. Can she do it again? The wind and the payoff pitch. Little pop-up on the infield. That'll be caught by the shortstop, Ware. 1 down, and runners have to hold. That's as good as a strikeout. And now here is Del Vecchio, who homered in the first, popped out in the third. Two very dangerous hitters coming up. Del Vecchio now, Rigdon on deck. Second and third and 1 down. Let's see if Bradley can get another out on the board. The pitch. High fly to center, not all that deep. Jones will make the catch. Runner tags. The throw's going to be wide of the plate, halfway up the third baseline. Both runners advance, and it's 4-2 on the sacrifice fly by Del Vecchio. Magistrelli scores. Caffrey to third. And the batter, Emily Rigdon, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Bradley's pitch. Up and away, ball 1. Again, Bettendorf had second and third, nobody out. Now a runner at third, 2 down, a run home. But if Chloe can escape this, only giving up 1 run after there were 2 in scoring position and nobody out, that can be a momentum builder for Ottumwa perhaps. Got to make some good pitches here. The 1-0. Ground ball, right. A liner really right through the legs of Lemons at third. Another run scores, and it's 5-2. Interesting how you score that. Josie, playing in from the bag at third. That liner was just above the dirt, and she just couldn't get her glove down fast enough. It did go between her legs. That's a tough error, but I think you have to call it an error. 2 errors in the inning, and I think that makes both runs unearned now. Courtesy runner for Rigdon is again Danielle Yegi. And Olivia Anderson takes a called strike, 0-1 from Bradley. So Bettendorf had led 3-0. Ottumwa got 2 back in the bottom of the third, but now Bettendorf 2 in the top of the fifth to reestablish a 3-run lead. Oh, 1 the count to the left-handed batting Anderson. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first and 2 down, 2 home for Bettendorf, and that pitch grounded past the second baseman Aller into right center field for a base hit. Racing for third and getting there ahead of the throw is Yegi, and going down to second on the throw is Anderson. And suddenly there are runners at second and third with nobody out. It's a single, and the runner advances to second on the throw. The batter, Sarah Rigdon, who's bounced to the circle and lined out to short. And now Bradley, in a 2-out jam, needs to make a good pitch to avoid letting this game get out of hand. At 5-2, and knowing the opposing pitcher has an ERA near 5, Ottumwa's got to feel like they're still in this, but you don't want to get any farther behind. Chloe's pitch. Outside, ball 1. One 1-0 here to Anderson. The next offering. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Inning started with a single and an error, putting runner at second, then a bunt single and a stolen base. Second and third, nobody out. A pop-up for the first out, a sacrifice fly for the second out, 1 run home. A tough error allowing the second run to score. Then a single and runners advancing on the throw to second and third. The 1-1, high and away to Sarah Rigdon, 2-1. Sun has gone behind some clouds here at Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Wind has died down a little bit. The 2-1. Pop up right side, foul, long run, and it's out of play. Jordan Pauls gave it a look, but ended up in the bleachers on the first base side. Count evens at 2-2. Second and third, 2 down, 2 home for Bettendorf. They're trying to blow this game open here. Bradley trying to keep Ottumwa within range. The pitch, liner to right. That is past the reach of Houck all the way to the fence. 2 runs will score. Around second is Rigdon on her way to third. The throw, nope, she stopped at second. Thought her coach was waving her on, but she put on the brakes. It is 7-2. And all these runs are unearned, but that's cold comfort right now to Ottumwa. A 2-run double for Rigdon. Bettendorf looks like they're going to pinch run for Sarah Rigdon here. And that pinch runner is she's wearing 34, which is not a number I have on my roster. Ellier Pelding, the batter, a strikeout and a ground out to the left-handed hitting catcher. First pitch inside, ball 1. 4 runs home in this inning for Bettendorf, and they've opened up their biggest lead so far today. In this game, it's 7-2. That pitch outside, and the count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is high, and it's 3-0. The 3-0 from Bradley. Hit her in the brim of the helmet. Would have been ball 4 anyway. So 2 on, 2 out for Addie Williamson, the 9th hitter of the inning. And I expect we get a courtesy runner here for Pelding. Natalie Hitt now running at first. So Williamson, who already has an RBI double, batting with runners at first and second, 2 down here in the 5th. That pitch up and away, ball 1, as Chloe Bradley has struggled to find the strike zone, 5 straight out of the zone here. That pitch lifted in the air, or into right center for a base hit. 1 run is in. Second runner stops at third. RBI single Williamson. It's 8-2. And unfortunately, the wheels have come off with 2 outs for Ottumwa here in the top of the 5th. Bettendorf's batted around. Here's Magistrelli, who singled to start this inning. Eight to 2 Bettendorf, and still runners on the corners and 2 down. 5 runs home in the inning, 4 have scored with 2 away. Runner goes, Ottumwa will not throw through. Williamson down to second, count 1-0 to Magistrelli. The 1-0. Liner to left center, that's down for a hit. That's going to score 2. And it is 10-2. Chloe Bradley has had her struggles at times this year in the circle. There's no denying that. It's usually been one big inning. And unfortunately, this has been a big inning for Bettendorf. That pitch inside, ball 1 to Bree Caffrey, who had a bunt single, a stolen base, and scored a run in this inning. That pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Bettendorf scored single runs in the first, second, and third as that pitch is lined to left. Guest is there, makes the catch. We'll finish the recap later. As Bettendorf puts 7 runs up here in the top of the 5th. They leave 1. We'll count up the hits when we come back. Ottumwa now down 10-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I ain't choose the gang chose me.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and Ottumwa's got a tall mountain to climb now. Bettendorf with 7 runs in the top of the 5th, and they lead the Ottumwa Bulldogs 10-2. It will be the top of the order due up for OHS. When the 5th inning started, it was only a 3-2 ball game, but Bettendorf has blown it wide open. Let's see if Ottumwa, though, can put some hits together and work on a comeback. Zoe Jones is 1 for 2 with a bunt single and a run scored. Jones trying to get something started here, leading off the bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Emily Rigdon is hit high in the air to left, going back, and over the head of the diving left fielder. Zoe around second. She'll put on the brakes. That's a leadoff double as she hit it over Caffrey. Well, there's a good start for OHS. Bettendorf does have at least one defensive change. Megan Harrison is now playing third base. Place of Sarah Rigdon. Here's Ella Aller, 2 singles, 2 RBI. First pitch, there's a flare to right, but it is caught by the right fielder Anderson for out number 1. She was playing very shallow. One away for Jordan Paul, 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch, chopper foul left side, 0-1. That pitch popped up behind the plate, and the catcher, Erpelding, makes the catch in foul territory for out number 2. Tagging and going to third is Jones. The ball got away, but not far enough for Zoe to come home. But Jones literally tagging up on a foul out and going to third. So here's Amber Schatz, 0 for 2, a pop out and a fielder's choice grounder. Actually, that second one was a pop-up as well. It was in the Bermuda Triangle in shallow center field, but Ottumwa had a runner thrown out at second on the play by a force, so it became a fielder's choice. First pitch here. Pop foul to the right out of play, 0-1. Bettendorf in that top of the 5th inning, 7 runs. They were all unearned. 6 hits, 2 errors, 1 left. That pitch a strike at the letters to Schatz, and it's 0-2. 2 out, Jones at third, bottom 5, Ottumwa down 10-2. Pitch on the way. Inside, 1-2. One and two to Schatz. Pitch on the way. Ground ball sharply to short, and it handcuffed Del Vecchio gets behind her into left field. That's an error, and Ottumwa's got another run on the board. They've cut it to 10-3. It's unearned, but Ottumwa will take it. No RBI there for shots. And the batter, Josie Lemons, who has grounded out and fouled out 0 for 2. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike. The next offering. High fly to center, but drifting back with it is Magistrelli. She'll make the catch, and the side is retired. Ottumwa gets a run on a hit. There was an error and one left. After 5, Bulldogs down 10-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Schroeder Graphics and Signs, LLC, across the road from RJ Performance, is your go-to headquarters for all things custom designed, including vehicle wraps, printing, signs, billboards, and state-of-the-art commercial lighted signs. They also do window designs, semis, and VIN DOTs, wall designs, any size of coolers, customized bag boards, custom trailers, tumblers, race cars, go-karts, off-road vehicles, and more. Realtors, contact them for your custom yard signs, too. Visit sgsignsllc.com and like them on Facebook. Schroeder Graphics, be a brand above.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Bettendorf 10, Ottumwa 3, Bulldogs softball. First of 2 games we'll play today in the Cedar Rapids-Jefferson tournament. Now there will be a break between games, as I believe Davenport West actually plays Louisa Muscatine, and then we'll play Davenport West. I think that's how it works. But there will be another game before Ottumwa takes the field again. So after this game, we're going to sign off and send it back to regular programming on the radio side, and we'll turn off the video stream until we're ready for our second game a little bit later on. The scheduled start time for Ottumwa's second game is 6:45, but again, we started this game over half an hour late. We certainly won't start the second game until after 7 o'clock. Ottumwa down 10-3 as Bettendorf bats top 6. Brooklyn Tierlink takes a pitch downstairs, ball 1. Tierlink 1 for 2 with a single, a stolen base, and a run. Bettendorf, single runs in each of the first 3 innings. Ottumwa got 2 back in the bottom of the 3rd, and we stayed 3-2 until the top of the 5th when Bettendorf put 7 on the board. Ottumwa got 1 back in the bottom half. That pitch low and away, and it's 2-0. And 9 of the 10 Bettendorf runs have scored with 2 outs, including 6 of the 7 in the 5th inning. Bulldogs just weren't able to get that 3rd out and get off the field for a long while. The 2-0, swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, 2-1. 2-1 to Tierlink. Chloe's next offering to the left-handed hitter showed bunt, pulled the bat back. It was outside, 3-1. The good news for Ottumwa, if they're not able to launch a big comeback in this game, is that at this point it doesn't really count for anything other than a learning experience. The 3-1. Liner caught by Aller at second base. A nice backhand stab for out number 1. We'll get a pinch hitter here for Del Vecchio. Katie Harrison. Harrison, a senior, hitting .375 with 9 runs batted in. First pitch. Swinging a grounder up the middle, just past the glove of Ware, into center for a 1-out single. 10th hit of the ball game for Bettendorf, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Emily Rigdon, who is 1 for 3, has an RBI single, and has reached on an error. And the reason I say it's only a learning experience is that we found out yesterday what the regional pairings are, so there's no more trying to jockey for position there. Someone knows it'll play in the opening round on July 8th. That pitch up high, ball 1. And the Bulldogs will be at home taking on Iowa City West. If Ottumwa wins that game, they'll travel to number 1 Muscatine on July 10th. If Ottumwa were to upset the Muskies there, then we'd go to the regional final on July 13th. Now the 1-0. High drive to left, Guest going back, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Rigdon. It is 12-2. And now Ottumwa in the bottom half would have to score at least 1 run to avoid the game ending in 6 innings on the 10-run rule. Pardon me, I take that back. It's 12-3. We did get a run in the bottom half, so it's only a 9-run game. However, that might be a moot point anyway. I have the start time of this game at 3:52. And I'm assuming the 90-minute time limit is the rule here for the tournament, as it has been in the past. And if that's the case, if the 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th, doesn't end by 4:22, we're only playing 6 innings anyway. That's going to be all for Chloe Bradley. It'll be a pitching change for Ottumwa. We'll tell you about the new Bulldog hurler after this on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
Go Bulldogs! You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The new Ottumwa pitcher is freshman Sydney Rockhold, making her 5th appearance, no record, a 2.47 ERA, 5 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts, opponents hitting .320 against her. She'll come on with 1 out and nobody on in the top of the 6th, 2 runs home for Bettendorf, leading 12-3. And a pinch hitter, a left-handed hitter for Bettendorf, Natalie Hitt, and she pops it foul back over the screen, strike 1. Hitt, a sophomore, 1 for 1 on the season coming in. The pitch, off-speed line back up the middle into center for a single. 13th hit of the game for Bettendorf. The line on Chloe Bradley, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 12 runs, only 5 earned on 12 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. That brings up Megan Harrison, who came on defensively to play third base in the 5th inning. Harrison hitting .300 on the year, 3 for 10. First pitch up high from Rockhold, ball 1. The 1-0 offering from the freshman. Downstairs 2-0. Hitters count for Harrison. 1 on, 1 out. Top 6, Ottumwa trailing Bettendorf by 9. The pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Wind is picked up just a bit, still blowing from left to right. And that pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. The catcher, Elliot Pelding, on deck. Two and 2 to Harrison. The pitch. Popped foul back and over the screen, out of play. We'll do it again at 2 and 2. Scoreboard says 3 and 2, but it's 2 and 2. 1 on, 1 out for Bettendorf. 2 runs home on the Rigdon home run. Second homer of the game for Bettendorf. That pitch hit in the air to right center, pretty deep, going back, and that ball is gone. An opposite field homer to right center for Harrison. And it is 14-3. First home run for Harrison. And now the run rule would be in effect after the bottom of the 6th, although it's 5:18 by my count. We're only a few minutes shy of 90 minutes, so 6 innings. Looks like it'll be the total sum of innings for this game, no matter which way you look at it. 1 out, nobody on for Elliot Pelding, who is 0 for 2, has been hit by a pitch. And this pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Bettendorf, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 7 in the fifth, 4 here in the 6th. Ottumwa 2 in the third, 1 in the 5th. That pitch low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Inning started with an out as that pitch swung on and missed strike 2, but then Bettendorf has gone single, home run, single, home run. One ball, 2 strikes, Rockhold's pitch. Off the plate outside, 2-2. Sidney brings it home. And a swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2. First strikeout for Rockhold. Third Bulldog strikeout of the game. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. That brings up the flex player, Kate Scholes, hitting in the spot where the designated player, Addie Williamson, had been. Scholl just out of 8th grade, 0 for 6 on the season coming in. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Sky is clouding up more now. Some of the clouds look a little darker, but I think that's just because they're behind the sun. Still see some blue sky up there. The 1-0. Pop up right side, behind the bag, long run for Aller, and she makes the catch, cradling it against her body down the line in shallow right to end the inning. But 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Ottumwa down 14-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I do it for the love.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Our last half inning of the first game Ottumwa plays today here in Cedar Rapids, unless Ottumwa were to put 11 on the board and tie the game. Bulldogs trailing Bettendorf 14-3. It was a 3-2 game going to the 5th, but Bettendorf has scored 11 in the last 2 innings. And this game could end either on the 10-run rule or the time limit. Take your pick. We're right at 90 minutes right now by my calculation. And Ottumwa down 11 in the 6th inning. Sam Weeks will lead it off. There are some defensive changes for Bettendorf. We'll try to pick them up here as we go along. Weeks 1 for 2 with a single, and a swing and a miss here, 0-1. It looks like the second baseman, Scholes, has moved over to shortstop. And Katie Harrison, who pinch hit in the top of this inning, stays in to play second base. Now the 0-2 to Weeks. Outside, ball 1. Natalie Hitt has stayed in the game to play third base. As the 1-2 to Weeks, pop foul back to the screen. She stays alive at 1-2. We also have a new catcher, Megan Harrison, who hit the second of the 2 home runs in that top of the 5th inning, stays in to catch, or moves from third to catcher, I should say. And a little flare over the circle, over to catch it near the bag at second is the second baseman, Katie Harrison, for out number 1. And Guest, the batter, struck out in her only at-bat, was pinch hit for her last time up, but reinserted into the lineup, and now will take a second at-bat in this game. First pitch shows bunt. Pulled the bat back, but it's called strike 0-1. Emily Rigdon's 0-1. Fouled back, and it's 0-2. Ottumwa will have a little over an hour and a half to shake this one off before they have to face Davenport West in their second and final game of the day. The pitch, liner, but caught on a small jump by the shortstop Scholes for out number 2. Good swing by Guest. And the batter, Maddie Hauk, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Ottumwa's final hope in game 1 today. And she pops it up behind third, and the third baseman Hitt makes the catch to retire the side, and that'll be the ball game. Ottumwa falls to Bettendorf in 6 innings by a final of 14-3. We'll take 3 minutes, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Coal Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Coal Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Coal Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, I'm Mark Freimweyer, new owner of Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, Iowa. Call us at Champion Bowl to join the fun. We have new hours to better serve you. We are open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight, and noon to 10 every Sunday. If you just want to hang out in the lounge, we have a full bar and a great menu. Make sure and like us on Facebook for weekly fun and special at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, where bowling is fun.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Summer is the time to make every moment count. So pack more toys with bigger hauling and towing capacity. Go social outdoor style, connect with your friends, and turn up your soundtrack to make your rides even more epic. Because conquering summer is about capturing every second of adventure. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Larry Niemeyer Field in Cedar Rapids, where your Ottumwa softball team drops its first game in the Cedar Rapids Jefferson tournament, losing to Bettendorf 14-3 in 6 innings. Game would have been decided on the time limit, or stopped on the time limit, even if it hadn't been an 11-run lead for the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Their totals: 14 runs, 16 hits, 1 error. They left 3 on base. The winning pitcher, Emily Rigdon, now 5-2. Ottumwa 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, 5 left on base. Chloe Bradley, the loss, 4-8. The ball game took 1 hour and 33 minutes to complete. Ottumwa drops to 13-12. Bettendorf improves to 19-9. All right, we're going to send it back to regular programming in a moment and wait the game that comes in between Ottumwa and Davenport West. I think it's Davenport West and Louisa Muscatine that'll play in this game before Ottumwa will get their shot at Davenport West. So I guess the message is basically stay tuned. We're not sure when that game will begin. It's scheduled for 6:45, but again, we're behind schedule here, so probably sometime after 7 o'clock. Again, we started the Ottumwa game over half an hour late, so it'll at least be 7:15, 7:30 perhaps, but we will put updates on Twitter when we have a clearer idea of when we'll be back on the air and on the live video stream. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Game 1. Tough game for the Bulldogs, but they'll have a shot at redemption in Game 2 when they take on Davenport West. Until then, for Andy Argo, for Brandon Drew, my name's Jason Van Arkel. We'll send you back to regular programming on the radio side. Going to shut down the video feed in between games. It'll be back up for Game 2 in just a little while on this Friday here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.